Now that I've used colors to mark on my house what things are the same, I can go and texture it. Let's go ahead and change the name by copying the name that it is right now and then save as a new file in my SketchUp project folder. By changing painted to textured, I'll have three versions of the house: one unpainted, one with colors, and one with textures. Of course, you can have several versions of your house. Using this shift paint technique, you can have many different versions very quickly and easily. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Now it's textures or textured. And over here in materials, instead of these colors that are being used in the house, I'm going to click over here and look at some of the others. Roofing will be down here under R, and these are the different tiles for the roof. There's some shingles. This is shingles. And I'm just going to shift click and change all of the roof at once to see what I see. Now this is a very low resolution tile that we're putting on here. Tile means a repeating texture, and you don't want to be able to see the lines where it copies and repeats. Let's try this one. Shift click. Doesn't look too bad. If you like that, the tiles seem a bit small to me. So if I go up here to the materials that are in my house, you can find the tile and then edit it. This is the edit. You can see what the basic PNG image looks like, and you can see that this one is set up to be 2 feet 6 inches. If you change this number, let me double it to 5 feet, you can see that these get bigger. If you make it smaller, 1 foot, they get way too small. When you make it too small, you can often see the repeating pattern. I'll go ahead and try 4 feet. Seems like a good size to me. Now you don't put these roof materials on the side of the house. The trim has to have something else. And color is a nice thing to leave on there. Let's take a look at some bricks. So going back to the materials for bricks. And we have more choices. Still low resolution, but let me give this one a try. I'll start off with the chimney. And if you end up liking that and you're like, you know, the house should look like the chimney, you can shift click on the walls as well. However, we can't then shift click on the chimney and make it something different. So it's kind of a one-way trip. So you can try something else on the house at first, just to see if you like it. Now if I want this for the house, but the color's a little off, I can also edit that. If I go back to the house and edit this stone, I can do changes in sizes. So if I say I want that to be 4 feet, the stone gets a little smaller. Don't ever change the opacity. We don't want transparent textures on here or colors, but you can colorize it. It automatically starts with black. This is really not going to work well on our next step. You can't see any detail. So we aren't going to use that, but you can edit the color here. If you want a more reddish tone to it, we can make that kind of adjustment. So you can customize those very easily. I like to use wood for my door. Let's take a look at wood. Somewhat limited wood. Let me try the door there. And I usually like to have something different for these. Remember, shift click to change all of one type at the same time. Now let me show you how to get better textures. You can use the SketchUp ones, but it's not going to really look its best. There are a lot of textures out here on the warehouse. We're only going to use the textures though. Let me backtrack a little here. I did a search for bricks. Let's take a look at this brick right here. The SketchUp ones are like 30K. This is 1.7 megabytes, so a lot higher resolution. If you like that, you can click on it and download. It's really just a picture, that's being downloaded to place on your house. It's what's selected for my bucket tool, so when I shift click on the walls, you can see this did not work. Let's go edit it. Wow, each tile covers 1,200 feet. Our house is much smaller than that, so we need to reduce this. Let me try 4 feet. Whoa, that's way too small. They look like tiny Lego pieces. So finding the right number to make it look realistic, let me double that to 8 feet. That's starting to look a little nicer. Maybe a little bit more. Let me try 10 feet. That looks about the right size for having bricks on your house. Keep trying. Remember, you only have to change one of them. If you change one, it changes the other one automatically. If you unlink, they would get stretched out of shape. Just make sure you're not downloading models into your project. You're downloading materials. You can't be adding cars and swimming pools and airplanes and all the stuff you'll find there. Everything in this model you need to have built yourself, but you can use those textures to make it look a lot better. Look at the increased detail in those bricks there.